There's a link I have, maybe I can put it up in the chat afterwards, where I ask my clients to, you go there, there's a huge list of values. I want you to go out and pick the values that are most important to you, the ones that resonate for you, the ones that you find admirable in other people. That's one way to tell. My guess is that you'll end up with a lot of values that are not being fulfilled in your life right now. So go down, look at the list of values, identify what they are, and then ask yourself, how much of these values are really coming up in my life? I think that's the best place to start. It's the sort of the personal part of your identity. There are other parts of it as well. I think you should explore your heritage, go back, look at your family history, what role your family might have played in their community, what role, or what as far as your ethnicity or religion, whatever it may be, understanding that part of it. So that's more of a familial history, and then going back and looking at your past, right? Setting up a timeline. I always talk about this. I think it's one of the most effective things you can do. Draw a timeline across your life, write down the major events that happened to you, for good or for bad, right? Whether it's positive or traumatic, and use that as data to start to understand the patterns in your life, how they may be connected to how you're acting today. If there's any connection between that and maybe the party, right? Maybe the party is serving some other purpose. I think those are the 3 things really that you can do to start with. I think you can start the values list separately. So go to this link. I'll put it up in the chat afterwards. Maybe Debbie can remind me. Take a look at the list of values that come up there. Just pick the ones that kind of resonate for you, the ones that seem important to you. And you don't have to do any of the other stuff first. Just go in and do that. Pick the values that you like, that seem sort of admirable, that you would like in other people, or that are important to you. I think that's the first step. The second step, go back and look at your family sort of history, heritage, where you come from, and all that. And then the last thing is to look at your past, how you got where you are today, how you're coming to the decisions that you're coming. Because obviously that's not happening in a vacuum, right? These are every decision, every response, every behavior is going to be connected to something that happened in your past. I will say, I'm surprised oftentimes clients how little they know about their past, how much their past is foggy to them. And so I think understanding those things is going to put you in the best sort of trajectory. Go back, just draw a line across the page, consider that your timeline, and write 5 to 8 major formative events for you. Yeah, and then go back and look at the patterns between them, or there may be some themes associated with it, right? For some of my clients, I find that it's very family oriented, there's a lot of entries that are connected to family. For other people, it's a lot of things that happen maybe early on in childhood, and that is telling for where we should focus. For other people, it's more recent, and the past is sort of is vague and not very well explored, and maybe that's telling you something. So anything that you end up putting on that timeline is going to be information for understanding what's important to you or what may have affected you.